not sure if there's anyone in the stream or not. This is kind of random, unplanned, unscheduled. Um, I'm just waiting for some stuff to uh, confirm before I can get some work done. So I decided to do a little sketch. So I did this Silver Surferish pose here. I know you can't see the board. Originally, actually, was going to be Human Torch, but uh, I don't know. I didn't really feel like going to warm tones today. So yeah, I'm just going to try something different. See if anyone hops in the stream in the comments. Jonathan, what's going on? But yeah, I'm gonna give this a shot. Trying to find a way that will, or a process that is a little faster. Hopefully this works. Yeah, it would have worked as Iron Fist too. But we're going to Silver Surfer. So I'm going to block the entire background in black, and then basically use blacks and grays to block in the shadows, and then do like a light blue wash on top. See if I can get this done in an hour. That's my goal. It's 12:15 now. I'll be streaming till 1:15, and hopefully that gives me enough time to get this done. Hopefully, anyways. My soothing voice is not going to keep anyone awake. I can pretty much guarantee that. But thanks for tuning in, anyways. I should have another artist up for shared video later this week. I'm just waiting for someone to confirm. I got a couple of other guys lined up. It's been quite a good response there. Almost everyone that I've asked so far has been interested in doing it, so now it's just a matter of scheduling things. But those things are fun. Definitely helps to have someone else on the stream to banter with. But I figured since I'm doing this anyways, throw on the old camera and record it, create some content for more channels. Look to have both Johns in here now. Who's the other John? Oh, there he is. What's up, John 2? Can never have enough Johns, I guess. What did I use to make this circle? There we go. Let's see if this works. Probably be better to use a compass, but that's way over somewhere else. It is ridiculously hot here today. So the last couple of days have been pushing high 30 Celsius. I don't know what that means in US speak, but it's a lot of degrees. It's hot, so damn hot. Um, all right, so let's try to block out some of these blotches. It's probably a bit of a waste of time. Because once I go over with the pocket brush, I don't think I'll be able to maintain uh, the fine edges. But we'll see. I haven't used this thing in ages. Hopefully I got enough. Let me check if I actually have enough ink in this thing. If I do this again. Yeah, that looks full. Surely just get some India ink. It seems like a waste of premium art supply. So I hope everyone had a good weekend. Uh, I did. I actually have a touch of heat stroke. I'm just really low energy today. Or maybe I just didn't have enough coffee. Went to sleep pretty early, so I don't know. I don't know what's up. I'm just tired. If anyone's wondering, this is 300-gram watercolor. I think Strathmore watercolor paper. Um, just cut little squares, bit of sketch art size. Um, yeah, it does kind of have a Dr. Manhattan thing now that you mention it. Uh, except that Dr. Manhattan's would probably be butt naked, and I'd have to um, render out his ding dong. Um, might not be too late to actually change this to Dr. Manhattan. Just paint the sky blue. I already titled the video Silver Surfer, so I guess I'm committed. I'm all in. I mentioned on one of the other videos, I really like this paper. It's so much better than any of the stock that comes from publishers. from the publishers I worked with anyways. But I can't imagine they can mass print on watercolor paper or have that be cost effective in any way. Though, yes, ding dong, Canadian, eh? Um, back to the paper stock, if looking at the price point of some of the premium sets, they're paying like $300 for 5 cards. I think the publisher could dish out, a couple of bucks for high quality sketch card blanks for the artists, but I don't know. I'm not judging much. So, Jonathan, you had, what is that, like 2 hours and 15 minutes worth of sleep? Even why even bother going to bed at that point? Um, it sounds like an all-nighter to me. Okay, what are we in? 10 minutes. Oh, that's not bad. Get all the blacks done in the next 2 minutes. It's got some new art supplies coming in the next day or so. Kind of excited to try that stuff out. I don't know when I'll get around to it. Um, can't experiment on commissions, and I can't really experiment on commercial sets, which are going to be taking up a lot of my time over the next few weeks. If I ever get the cards in. But I am excited to try. I ordered a set of acrylic inks. Very curious to see how that works. Um, my understanding, based on what I've seen, is that it should work really well for coverage. Because what I do most of the time now is I dilute the acrylic paint, and I'll do an underpainting and in like a black and white underpainting or a sepia underpainting, or if it's a warm painting, like a warm subject, maybe an orange, and then do color washes on top of it. But I dilute the acrylic paint in water, and the problem there is that it's hard to get a um, consistent pigment with the water, especially if you work in small areas, because water evaporates. And if it's a warm or humid day like it is today, whatever pigment I'll mix now won't be the same in 10 minutes. So I'm hoping that with acrylic inks, um, it will allow me to have a little bit more control on the pigmentation of the paints, and give me better results, which would also, so if I don't have to spend time mixing stuff, it'll probably maybe let me do things a little faster. Uh, yeah, I figured I'll do, since this isn't licensed stock and it's just my own paper, I'm trying to do characters that I wouldn't normally do on a commercial set. Um, that's why I did Apocalypse before. Definitely want to do a Doom. Do this. Also want to do some more risque type things. Things that won't necessarily get approved. Uh, Either overly sexual, not overly sexualized, but a little bit sexualized, more pin-up-y type stuff, and some also obviously characters that aren't allowed, or maybe even just some really violent horror type stuff. All right, so if you can see, I'm mixing some gray here and using a chiseled brush. Do like these chisel brushes. Yeah. I'm gonna start blocking in the dark areas, which I already blocked in pencil. Originally, what I was thinking of doing is using a dark pencil um, to block in all the dark regions, but I don't have one here. So the darkest I had was this aquamarine or whatever, deep purple pencil, which is not dark enough, but I need to find my black pencil. And that's another technique I want to try, is instead of doing this underpainting in paint, is to just shade in a really dark pencil. And then do the washes directly over it. See how that works out. Can't really use graphite because it'll smudge, so I'll need to seal it before. If I use graphite, I'm going to need to seal it, which is counterproductive in my exercise too. Or, you know, in my attempts to speed up the process. So if I have to seal and wait, then that's just taking a step backwards. Yeah, Jonathan, you're right. It's getting a little too much, or getting a little hard to keep up with all the costume rules and things like that. But um, not being critical of the publishers, they have their own rules and guidelines and brand guidelines that they need to follow. So, as much as it kind of sucks, um, there was a discussion on a group the other day about this, and people are complaining about all this stuff. And really, ultimately, hey, if you don't like it, don't do it. Um, or, sorry, not if you don't like it, or if you're going to complain about it so much, why are you doing it? Just stop doing these sets. Um, I don't think that there's really a shortage of artists or amateur artists or whatever that would love the opportunity to work on anything related to these great IPs. Hey Tommy, what's going on? Thanks for joining this impromptu uh, stream. So whether I can use the actual pencil, uh, under drawing or not for the final piece. Um, it really takes a lot of the guesswork out from the painting process if everything's blocked in. Essentially, all I'm doing now is it's a coloring book. Okay, everything that's blue needs to get covered in gray. Norrin would probably love watching this. I did send him an invite, but no, it's the middle of the day. People are working. People got things to do. He can watch it later if he wants to. So I think I might be sandbagging this just by using I want to say a simpler character, but our character doesn't have um, a lot of different textures and color schemes. I mean, the Silver Surfer is pretty much grayscale, right? So immediately by doing this character, I'm simplifying the process just because it's less colors. Let me know if this drops out of frame. I may not have, that I'm looking at it, uh, mapped out the shadows correctly, because if this is the light source, this little energy ball that he's got, actually maybe might be okay. Silver Surfer's little energy ball. Also Silver Surfer with our surfboard. Is that even allowed? Did he pop in or poop in? He, you know, popped in, right? So I don't know if things are in everyone else's neck of the woods from a COVID standpoint, but uh, from where I stand, things are starting to ease up a little bit. Um, whether on purpose or not, people just seem to be not caring anymore, getting a lot more lax with their practices and the mask wearing and so on, which is not great, to be honest. I even saw stores that had very strict policies, over the last few months. There's no security at the door anymore. The staff's not following the corporate social distancing guidelines, or whatever they're called, which is hopefully not going to backfire or cause any more issues. I'm about ready to get back to normal, or some level of normal lifestyle. If things are getting worse, obviously, get stricter rules, reevaluate, just because something worked in one part of the state or city doesn't mean it's going to be the same. Oh, my audio got. Can you hear me now? Let me know if the audio is any better. Can you hear me? Okay, apparently I'm having some audio issues, so let me drop this and flip it. Is that any better? Let me know if the audio is any better. Okay. One second. How about now? Is this better now? I was watching somebody else's stream. So I'm wondering if Facebook's having issues or streaming we're using here. They're having connectivity issues. There's some, okay, so apparently the audio is still back. So one second, let me drop the stream. The link will stay. We'll just go to I'll just go to the still frame for a minute while I reset my device. 1 second. All right, and we're back. Let me know if this is better. Any better? Perfect. Okay. I think the phone ringing knocked off the audio settings. So we're back in business. Let's be darker. What I usually do is set my phone, because I use the phone camera. What I usually do is set my phone to do not disturb, but I forgot to do that this time, and I'm afraid to touch it in case it loses its mind again. So hopefully it doesn't ring. But this is coming along pretty well. I think what's really important here is to get get nice coverage over all the blue pencil, because I don't really want the blue to show through. Maybe a little bit in the more highlighted areas, but not everywhere. Let's see what's going on this side. John, I think you're the only one on. I should just like video conference. The light's coming from the bottom. His upper lip's going to be shadowed. So yeah, what are we in now? 15, about half an hour in. I think I'm good on time on this. I might actually get a card done in a full stream. That's a first. But as I was saying earlier, I got some acrylic inks coming on. Actually, I think they should be delivered today. It's very possible that that call was Amazon trying to deliver. No, find out later. Do that, and I definitely want to give markers like Copics or whatever, alcohol-based markers another shot. After seeing how Jason Montoya uses it, it's a very similar approach to the way I paint, but being markers and not having to mix colors and all that other stuff seems to be very efficient. Also, the way Jay Lynn uses them, I'm like, I never really liked markers on the tests that I've done before, but I don't think I was using them right. So seeing that the way they approach coloring with markers kind of gave me a renewed hope and interest in trying them again. And you see the results that some people are getting using like coloring with markers, just such smooth blends and almost looks digital. So I'm obviously not using them properly, so definitely got to give that another shot. When I first tried the acrylic inks, um, I do like the painterly look, personally. Yeah, blending markers is hard. That's my understanding. Mm, that should be. gonna block in the eye and then pick it out in a lighter color. Really shouldn't have done this stroke here anyways. Let's see, I don't have much to say today. Highlighted. Okay, so now I just need to figure out what I'm gonna do with the energy ball. I know, Jonathan, that might be just you. I mean, this is what I look like, all shredded. Um, that's what I look like in my head, anyways. That might be a lot of color. No, let's see. That's the worst that can happen. I made a mistake by penciling in the energy blast. So hopefully I can erase those lines. That is without shredding the paper. Good enough. Not everything needs an outline. The only thing shredded in Jonathan's apartment is his lettuce. Okay. Do you shred it yourself or is that store bought? All right, so by adding this yellowish green glow here, I'm forcing myself to add a wash of this of a similar color to the highlights, because if he's silver and shiny and there's this glowing green yellow thing around him, he should be reflecting some of that. And this is how I end up spending 3 hours on a sketch card. Because I'll do something silly like this, and now I have to add highlights or reflective surfaces. Yeah, they call it Corona 15. I think I actually managed to bypass the Corona 15 by doing a crap ton of yard work the last month or so. Um, but surprisingly, I mean, if you're a person that would eat out a lot before, uh, never cook at home, probably lost weight just by staying at home and eating homemade stuff. Uh, unless you opted to just have, you know, crap dinner and Lay's for lunch every day. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's a staple of modern cuisine. But yeah, deck's coming along slowly. It's a lot of work. Um, I'd like to say it'll be done this weekend, but that might be being a little over. That might be a little optimistic. Uh, Soon, I really kind of want to get that thing done. It's just a ton of work. And it's interfering with my beer time. Okay, so what do I got? I got like another 15 minutes to finish this bad boy. I think I can actually do it. Just gonna add some more highlights here. Yeah, no worries, Jonathan. If you gotta go, you gotta go. And then pop in some whites to bring it all together. The other thing I really need to fix though is this lip that I drawn them. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so next, I'm just gonna do a little bit of white. This can go away. Mhm. 10 minutes to go. I'm pretty sure this is the first time actually full on painting the Silver Surfer. I have another painting that I started like a year ago. Um, um, Silver Surfer and Thanos, but I really kind of benched that one. Tried to do that on Masonite board. I'm really not liking the way that was reacting with the paint, so I kind of set it aside. But I need to come back to that one. I might actually be a good candidate for testing out the acrylic inks. That's supposed to be more fluid and easier to work with. But did I do? I think I did a marker portrait. It's kind of simple uh, before. Oh, Tommy, it's awesome. Glad to hear that uh, you, you're coming home, going home soon. Um, I'm sure you're a little excited too. Sure, that airport experience is going to be something else, though. Can't imagine what air travel is like in uh, COVID environment, or even post-COVID, it's going to be something else. Okay, 5 more minutes. I could definitely spend more time on this and build up more and more textures and detail, but I'm actually pretty happy with the way this turned out in an hour painting. Definitely done worse. See how the paint settles. I think I might need to do some a little bit more contrast in the darker areas of him, just to just do a couple of washes of dark gray to create more contrast there. But for the most part, not too bad. 2 years you've been gone. Wow, that's it's a long time. I'm sure the kids are pretty excited too. So I just need just need a teeny tiny brush to do the eye. Three more minutes. Shouldn't be pure white on the back. For a reason you should be reflecting so much glossiness back there. Come on. Running out of time. Running out of time. One more minute. Okay, well, technically time's up, but if we're being technical, did experience some technical difficulty. So I burnt a couple of minutes restarting and troubleshooting. So I'm gonna give myself another couple of minutes to just get it done. It's not a contest, but I think I win. I really am my own worst enemy. What's up, Julian? Just catching the tail end of this experiment. I'm basically just trying to find a faster way of completing a card. So this is roughly an hour. For the painting part, say 20 minutes for the drawing. Uh, can't really speed up the drawing part unless I do a different style, so I'm not looking at that. But if I can get looser with the paints or anything on the painting side, I could save some time. Silver Surfer without the surfboard. Also, Jonathan said it could be Dr. Manhattan. It was blue. So originally the concept was originally I was going to do Human Torch, but then I didn't want to get all involved in doing flames. So I'm like, oh, I'll just make it the Silver Surfer, and here we are. Which doesn't work so much as a Silver Surfer without the surfboard, but whatever. No one's keeping track. Maybe they are. I don't know. Great minds think alike. All right, that's a wrap on this one. If I can bring myself to put the brush down. Not the worst thing I've ever done. Pretty, no, I'm not pretty happy. I need to add more highlights. Hold, please. There we go. There we go. Now we're talking. I get some of those raw whites in there. That's what was missing. I think the trick to shiny surfaces is just contrast. So the more contrast I can create, either going with darks or lights, the shinier it's going to look, the longer it's going to take, and I'm never going to stop the stream. Now we're 10 minutes over schedule. All right, I see some of the messages here. Okay, it looks like Wednesday afternoon we'll be going live with Jalen and Michael Monshaw. I really hope I'm pronouncing that properly. I'll post I'll schedule the event shortly after I finish the stream. Should be fun. Not sure what Jalen's going to, what anyone's going to be working on. I might be working on my 10. But yeah, that should be around 4:30 EST. I'll post an event, share it in multiple places. Anyone that can join, that'll be awesome. Both guys extremely talented and seasoned artists. Should be some good laughs, some insights into their process, what they do, how they do it, why they do it, and all that other fun stuff. Okay, now I am officially done before I overwork it and I have to do another 7 layers. All right, so there's my Silver Surfer without the surfboard. Too bad. Thanks for everyone tuned in. We'll catch you in a couple of days. That's it. Bye, guys.